Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be watching the Haunted Sands Hoodie Creepypasta. Alright.
It was like any other October the 24th morning. I was only 28 years old. It was raining really hard. I was in my bathroom, watching my favorite show, The Magic School
In your bathroom? Alright, let's just get
Bus.
the,
And I
the Magic School Bus? You're 28. Okay, just continue.
saw Carlos, my favorite character.
Oh my gosh. Carlos is your favorite character.
I wondered. I had an idea. For Halloween, I was going to cosplay as Carlos from the Magic School.
Please don't. I'm literally begging you. If I ever saw that on Halloween, I would literally give them negative amount of candy. I would literally take the candy out their bag because they do not deserve it.
Bus. I ran out the bathroom without flushing the toilet and wiping my bum, put on my heel.
I,
And skated to the nearest Walmart. I made it to Walmart. The rain droopy dropped onto my face. I
Droopy dropped.
slowly approached the door menacingly. My head was
You slowly approached the door menacingly. Wow. Just wow. I guess you were very menacing looking when you were Carlos from the Magic School Bus.
down with my eyes up as I grinned like a cool anime character.
Bruh.
And the door opened. I walked into the Walmart and took in a deep breath. The air smelled like Walmart. There was an old
The air smelt like Walmart. That's not a smell. I mean, it could smell like a Walmart, but it doesn't smell like Walmart. Why is there police cars on the outside of the Walmart? What crime did you do?
lady at the entrance. She smelled like an old Walmart old lady.
No, really.
Please, I said, shaking in my heelys. I want to dress up as Carlos from the Magic School Bus for Halloween.
Okay, so what I said before doesn't count because he wasn't Carlos' school bus yet. Alright, okay.
She pointed at the Halloween section. I assumed this is where the Halloween costumes would be located. I walked to the Halloween aisle, and I saw a boy. He looked at me with a crazed look in his eye. His nose was runny. He pointed at me and said, I was offended.
Bad language word. Can't be having that.
I didn't know children hated me. I looked
You know what? I'm technically a child, and I would hate you.
through the costumes, but I couldn't find the Carlos costume. My heart shattered. My dream of
Wow. They totally have a Carlos costume already made. They totally would think that somebody would want to dress up as Carlos from the Magic School Bus. Wow. Just a wow.
being Carlos from the Magic School Bus was ruined. But something caught my attention, as the exclamation point from Metal Gear Solid appeared above my head. I looked into it, sticking half my body into the shelf. I saw a blue jacket and pulled it out harder than I've ever pulled out before. There was no price tag or label. I looked into the jacket for its own tag, hoping it would say Magic School Bus TM.
No.
It did not. It said Undertale TM. I guess this will do, I said as I held the jacket. If there's no price tag then it's free, I said.
Why couldn't you just, like, get a normal blue jacket?
As I
And also, just because it doesn't have a price tag doesn't mean it's free.
I put the jacket on, and I saw the boy from earlier. His mother screamed never say again, as she slashed his neck with a Genji from Overwatch sword, killing him instantly.
I mean,
I was frightened, and so I said, well, next time don't swear. The mom heard me, and looked at me with her cold, crusty eyes. Carlos, she said, as well as everyone also said. I smiled and began skating out of Walmart. I finally
why did you smile?
made it back home. I took off my jacket and threw it on my bed. The fitted sheet was undone. I was curious. I decided to look up Undertale to see what Undertale was. Turns out it was a game. I decided to buy the game on an online game store called Nintendo eShop for Nintendo.
Oh wow, it is.
Nintendo Switch for $15. The download took about 20 minutes, so I used that time to watch another episode of the Magic School Bus. When the download completed, I opened the game. Everything was normal. I met a skeleton named Sans. I assumed my new jacket is supposed to be the jacket Sans wears.
Yep.
I continued my quest, killing anything that came in my way. Heck, I am an Undertale master. My friend on Kick massaged me to kill everything in my next run, and I did just that. I killed everything. I finally made it to Sans. Luckily I survived his first attack. Everything was going as expected, but when I read in the text box, it read, "You can feel your Sans jacket crawling on your back." I
What does it have, limbs? It's already on you.
was amazed at how meta this game was. How did it know I was wearing a Sans jacket? Wait, I never put on the Sans jacket. I lost to Sans. But I was determined to try again. I started the fight again, but now I couldn't dodge his attacks at all. This is so hard. I guess you could say the fan base is a difficult. I find
That's not funny, bro. Why did it have a... I don't know.
finally decided to go to bed. I had a dream I was in Miss Frizzle's class. We
Of
were
course.
learning about bones.
Okay.
Carlos said my name. I turned around, but it wasn't Carlos. Or rather it was, but as a skeleton.
Oh no.
He looked like Sans. I woke up in my urine-soaked bed.
So you're 28. Is that right? Ah, yes it is. So what?
I have to beat him no matter how long it takes. I put on my heelys and skated toward my Joy-Cons. I then carefully removed my shoes. The Sans jacket was on me. What? I didn't put you on. I took it off and threw it on my bed. But it crawled at me and forced me to wear it.
If I were you, I would get that Doom sword, whatever it was that the mom literally slayed her child with, and then do that with the jacket.
I decided to give in. I believed the jackets wouldn't let me go until I beat Sans. I tried to fight Sans for days and kept losing, but I was filled with determination. It was day 6 of trying to defeat Sans. In my frustration, I kicked my rein. After doing so, I looked down at my toesies. They were both.
I do not want to hear what he continues saying, but I have to. This is scarier than the horror games I play.
Bones. I began to realize the Sans jacket, my transformation, my puns. I wasn't acting like Carlos, I was becoming Sans. Every
Oh no.
time I lost, I would lose skin. I also haven't eaten. It was Halloween night. I was in my room, hungry, but determined to beat Sans. I looked in the mirror and saw I was only a skeleton now. I couldn't possibly hope to open my Soylent bottles without any muscles. The only thing keeping me alive was my determination. I was still wearing my Sans jacket from Walmart. Today was his day. Once I defeat Sans, I'll finally get something to eat. I said, spookily. You've got me mad to the bone, Sans.
You said spookily. Wow, so spooky when you add. I said it spookily.
I dodged his attacks. I didn't spare him, because he'll just dunk me for the 22nd time. And then finally, I beat Sans. I was so hungry. I got up and went outside. I went through the neighborhood. Children looked at me and pointed, asking if I wanted a bad time. I could really go for some candy right about now. I teleported to my neighbor's door.
If you could teleport this whole entire time, why did you use your rollerblade thingy, Majiggies?
He opened the door and it creaked like a door. He had a bow.
So you opened a door, and then it creaked like a door. No, really. I'm pretty sure if you open a door, I don't think it's gonna sound like anything else. I think it's only gonna creak like a door, because it's a door.
Full of Tootsie Rolls. Wow, man. Nice Sans cosplay. Thanks. Does it give you... It's a beautiful night outside. The leaves are falling. The moon is shining. On nights like these, kids like
Yeah, but you ruin it.
you should be giving me candy. He held out 2 Tootsie Rolls with his soft, adorable hands. Here, say
What? Is this a creepypasta or a love story?
it. Say what? You know what day it is? It's my 7th day without eating. I'm a skeleton. Nope. That's not it. Do you wanna have a bad time? No. That's not it. Come in, kid. I've been good.
What did it say? I don't even want to know, actually.
Everything went black after that. That's all I remember before waking up in the hospital.
Wow, that was so scary, guys. Oh wow. Well, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
You win!